Why go public? Why show off? Why open yourself and your daughter up for criticism? Are among the thoughts from also those who care about us. It may not even make sense to some friends who know me to be an introvert. Yup, an introvert. My daughter is my love and my life. A private life would still involve so much networking and resource hunting that it's not possible to maintain what I consider a comfortable private lifestyle if I'm to advocate for my daughter. I actually held off in advocating for my daughter openly and with support from advocates because I'm an introvert. I held off until I had no choice. Some people may think, well, you always have a choice, but you choose to fight the fight. To me, having no choice means if I don't open up, don't reach out to others, don't advocate for my daughter's rights, Allie would be sitting idly in a classroom instead of learning. To me, that is not a choice. Would you choose to have your child not have an access to an education, to not have the supports required to learn, or to be discriminated against? I realized that the only way to advocate for my daughter with success was to be heard, with other people's help, because my voice alone wasn't enough. This is still a very difficult achievement to attain and to attain consistently, especially in the IEP process. Luckily, I have experience in writing and editing videos, and these skill sets have helped me advocate for my daughter. In this video, I'll share some reasons why creating videos for your own child has benefits that would last a lifetime. After all, the single lifelong gift to give someone is a meaningful memory. At the end of watching this video, you tell me your thoughts on whether being public is worth it. My name is Mimi Somsanith, and you're watching Why Create Videos with Impact on Learning Perspective. When Allie was 3 years old, she was rejected from enrollment into a Montessori school. How a 3-year-old could be rejected was mind-blowing to me. The expectations this society had placed on a 3-year-old was far beyond reach for my Allie. Why? Because the school didn't want to, didn't have to, or couldn't support her in ways that would enable her to learn. Allie could learn, but they wouldn't be the ones obligated by law or driven by their school's business model. I was relieved when I found a private school willing to accept Allie at age 3, but they couldn't really provide proper support or were trained to accommodate her, so there were issues pretty much daily. To focus on work when I had a job or finding work with Allie in school was extremely difficult due to time and other constraints. I felt like I was attending school with her even though I wasn't physically in the building. The school wanted to keep Allie back another year in pre-K 3 because she didn't memorize the routine of a school day. To me, the focus shouldn't be on nailing down a school day's routine, but on support that would enable her to learn, so I found another private school. For a child born with Down syndrome, the reality of an education could be delayed until the child is of public school grade level, that is, kindergarten, when the child reaches age 5. Fortunately for Allie, she began her educational experience at 20 months. When Allie was 4 years old, another form of heartbreaking rejection was received. This time, it was from a seasoned teacher who stated that she can't teach someone like Allie. There was no way she could, and that Allie belonged in a special school. To be rejected by a school entity was one thing, but to be shunned upon by someone in a teaching profession with tenure was disheartening to me. As if that teacher never had experience with a neuroatypical child and didn't want to try teaching a child who wasn't neurotypical. I don't have any resentment towards that teacher. I just realized the extent of prejudice over presuming competence in a child and the inequity Allie would have to face in her lifetime. That's when I started my first Facebook group page titled Teach Kids Anything Group. Kids can't be taught anything if we figure out how. How does that child learn? That's it. Then teach it that way. Figuring out how, of course, is the hard part. That's what my YouTube videos demonstrate. How Allie can learn something and how it's taught in a way that she can learn. I'm not techie savvy or have much time as a single part-time working parent and a full-time IEP parent. So I've decided to keep one social media content posted consistently, even though it's only possible on a monthly basis. Allie's YouTube videos have been posted since she was 4 years old. Fast forward to Allie age 8, here are some ways in which Allie has been able to enjoy these videos. She learned how to read by following along and reading aloud her personalized social story on one of her favorite hobbies, taking a walk. She's proud of the skills she acquired. She's pleased with the abilities she once had. She realized someday that means she could repossess those abilities again. Allie has poor working memory. Videos help jog her memories. Allie has information processing delays. Videos remind her how to patch certain information together. Allie has a sense of self-reflection, such as how she overcomes some fears. Allie resumes interest in some long-lost activities, such as riding a bike. Allie gets motivated to improve in some activities, such as reading. Allie understands herself better. There are so many more reasons, but Allie just loves to see how cute and funny she was. These are significant ways Allie's videos have an impact on her. These videos could also have positive impacts on others. People working with Allie could have a way to understand her in addition to data and observation within a single time frame. Parents with kids who have similar traits to Allie could take on specific techniques to teach their kids. Parents with diverse learners could present information to receive effective supports. People who care could have the opportunity to actually understand and try to understand Allie and others born with Down syndrome instead of making assumptions. Those who doubt Allie could have the opportunity to gain an understanding for her, for who she is and how she is capable. Educators with prejudice could lean towards presuming competence in Allie. Others could relate and follow our journey for some peace and happiness, or to learn from some struggles in my experience. I could be reminded how to reteach something or help Allie learn something new. When I tried to search and couldn't find specific ways to teach Allie something, I created these YouTube videos because they were what I would have benefited from. It's like future me helping raise Allie if I could time travel. And if Allie wanted to, these videos could serve as part of her platform in her self-advocacy. Even a timeline can be mapped. It's kind of like future me helping future Allie without time travel. There are so many reasons, but some fans just love to see the many sweet and strong sides to Allie. These videos touch our hearts, and I hope that they will inspire you too. Being public in my case is worth it. It's actually been necessary in creating a valuable impact on ourselves and others. My sincere thanks to each of you who added even a slight piece of value to improving Allie's quality of life as she and I continue to pay that kindness forward with our videos and in other ways. Click like, subscribe to follow, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for more learning videos. Thanks for watching.